The Iraqi army has been mopping up the last pockets of resistance from Islamic State's militants in Mosul, after a long battle to recapture the city. An official declaration of victory from the government is expected soon. Iraqi forces, backed by US-led airstrikes, have tried to retake the city since the 17th of October last year. It seized Mosul in June 2014 before sweeping across much of Iraq's Sunni Arab heartland and proclaiming a caliphate straddling Iraq and Syria. But they have been losing ground over the past 9 months, as government forces advance on their former Iraqi stronghold. Kurdish Peshmerga fighters, Sunni Arab tribesmen and Shia militiamen, supported by US-led coalition warplanes and military advisors, have been involved in the battle. On Saturday, the jihadists were desperately holding out in a tiny area near the old city. State television said troops had expected to take full control within hours. Jonathan Beale, BBC defense correspondent, Mosul. After months of intense fighting that has gutted the city, the sound of gunfire is more sporadic. Coalition warplanes are still flying overhead, but there is a lull in the bombardment. The Iraqi security forces have still been facing pockets of resistance, but they are already claiming victory against Islamic State. That has not yet been confirmed by the Iraqi government or the US-led coalition, but an announcement is expected soon. It'll be a significant moment. It has taken nearly 9 months to oust the extremists from the city that was once their stronghold. But even their defeat here will not mean the end of IS in Iraq. The government announced the full liberation of eastern Mosul in January, but the west of the city has presented a more difficult challenge, with its narrow, winding streets. Last October, the Iraqi army said there were 6,000 militants in the city. Fewer than 300 were thought to be holding out. Some 900,000 people have been displaced from the city since 2014. About half the pre-war population, aid organizations say. Last month, Iraqi Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi said the destruction of the ancient mosque in the city of Mosul was an official declaration of defeat by IS. Iraqi forces say IS blew up the Great Mosque of Al-Nuri and its famous leaning minaret as jihadists battle to stop advancing pro-government troops.